The Miami Heat. They're 1-3. They lost some people this summer. They didn't add anybody. It seems like kind of similar issues to last year. They're bad in the half
They were
court offense
betrayed.
again.
They were betrayed by another team's front office.
Yeah. It's just a
you.
rehash of last year, Mo. I mean,
so they're going to the finals. They're going to the finals. Let's just stop. They're going to they're going to the finals. That's it. This is, it's going to be, they just need to sneak into that 10th seed. Like they're going to the finals, Dave.
Have they figured this out? Like I'm trying to see, like last year I thought, oh, Miami is just not very good. And then they get to playoff time and a little bit of, I'm not going to call it luck because they had a great run, but they did have some help along the way. Giannis getting injured 11 minutes into that series certainly didn't do Milwaukee any favors. But it just seems like this is the same stuff we say about them every single year. They got to find some guys internally. I'm assuming they'll turn it around. They'll wind up with 44, 45 wins. But right now they look rough. This does not look like a team that was in the finals 4 months ago.
I mean, look, they lose a lot with Vincent, with Strus, and I think
Caleb Martin's
been out and hasn't really played. Like, I think I'm at the point, Dave, and this is probably what's unfair, of like they could start out 0-10, and I'll be like, they'll find a way to eke out 40 wins and make the playoffs. Like they are. Halloween just ended, but they are the NBA's Michael Myers. Like, you just can't kill him. Like,
sorry, go ahead.
No, I mean, it's just that. Like, it's just every time you think they're dead, every time we're like, okay, this is it. Spo whips up some magic and they sneak in, and then when they're in the playoffs, they just go completely nuts.
Also, like their 3 losses were at Boston, at Minnesota on a back-to-back, at Milwaukee. Okay, you would expect them to win 0.5 of those games just in general if you drop them in anywhere in the season. So it's not like, only beating Detroit by 1 on opening night is almost the most worrisome result.
Hey, listen. I mean, only beating Detroit by 1 to keep you from being 0-4 is, I don't care who they lost to, but it is, again, it's a carryover from last year. Same offense, same offensive issues. I mean, is it repeatable? Is last year repeatable for Miami? Can they stink, relatively to their standard during the regular season and then just flip a switch come playoff time again?
With how the East is, I feel like the East is weaker this year. I feel like they can. Is that a world you want to live in? No.
I feel like the very top of the East is stronger this year.
Right. Though. Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying to get to the playoffs. Like, yeah. I don't know. I'm joking when I say book them. They're already going to the finals.
Right. Yeah.
But like the top of the East is stronger, but there's only really 2 teams I'm worried about in the East. Maybe 3 if Maxey continues to drop 30 a night. But like really, like, how worried, like, just can they beat out Atlanta? I mean, yeah, like I would bet on Miami over Atlanta. Like, when you're looking at a lot of these other teams in the East, it's like, okay, I just see them being able, they can replicate that at least and get to the playoffs. I don't know if they can get to I doubt they can get to the finals.
Miami is going to be the first team to take my plan and execute it and just make the play-in every single year and then make a run to the conference finals or to the finals, right? So tank into the play-in, get a better draft pick, and then continue every single year to restock the cupboard. I think that's kind of what they're going with.
Is it really restocking if they end up back in the play-in every game, every year?
I mean, if you wind up, though, going to the conference finals and to the finals, that's pretty good. I mean, Jaime Jaquez is a pretty good player so far. So I think that they're doing okay. You guys got anything on your mind as we wrap up here?
No, I'm excited to University of Arizona State or Arizona State University Law School is doing a mock trade deadline exercise this weekend. That I'm headed out west to judge. So I'm excited for that. That'll be fun. Run into some fun folks there. Some NBA execs are also judging there, so it'll be fun to get the temperature of some people. In that environment.